Hello, I'm indoors today. I actually got a rare bit of time at my desk. I received an email this morning which I'm not very happy about. It's all to do with parking charges at the airports. They've put them up again. It's getting ridiculous, it really is. The main airports we cover are Gatwick, we cover Heathrow, and we cover Stansted. Now, Heathrow and Stansted at the moment seem to be the main ones we're going to, because with all this COVID thing, it's really crucified Gatwick, and I do feel sorry for them and more than a little bit worried. When you go to Gatwick, it's quite easy to pick up. You can get the passenger to meet you at the Premier Inn outside. That way you're away from any COVID related issues. It's out in the open air, and also it's very quick. When you go to Heathrow, two of the terminals that are operating, 2 and 5, now this is a problem that's been there since before COVID. You're not actually allowed to pick up from outside the terminals. You know, they will fine you if they see you doing it. They've even put cameras up and signs as well. Stansted's got the right idea. They have an express pick up and drop off zone outside, and then you can roll up outside the terminal, collect your customer, and it's all right. No problem at all. But they charge you to do that as well. Now, if we go to Heathrow for a second, we will meet somebody in the terminal or in the car park in the terminal. You don't have a choice. You've got to do it. You know, it's either that or get fined by them from going up the top, the money grabbers. What we used to do was give it half an hour to 40 minutes and then disappear in the terminal and go and find the passenger. And that used to cost, well, when I first started, I think it was about £3.50 for that half an hour. And then after an hour, it would go up again. Now, get this. I received an email. 0 to 29 minutes. You see, 0 to 29 minutes, not half an hour, 0 to 29 minutes. £4.90. If you go 30 to 44 minutes, that was never there before, that's £7.80. Can you imagine the cost on top of a fare? 45 to 59 minutes, so not even an hour, 1 minute before, £10.50. And then for the next hour, £13.20. So if you get a customer that's delayed, actually coming off the aircraft, you see where I'm going with this. It can get really, really, really pricey. And then we go on, I'm actually reading off this at the moment, up to 12 to 24 hours. So if you're parking there for the day, it's £70.40. I mean, that's irrelevant to me because I won't park in there for a day. And then after that 24 hours, it's £70.40 a day after that. Just when you look at Stansted to roll in to the front of the terminal and roll out again, you got 10 minutes to do that, and it costs £5. If you're there after that 10 minutes, so we try and get the customer out, it's £1 a minute for every minute thereafter. What an absolute disgrace, to be honest. I mean, I won't even mention the parking situation at Stansted. If you have a customer that doesn't have a mobile phone, for example, and you have to go in the terminal to find them, by the time you walk into the terminal, find them and get back to your car, because of the distance in between the terminal and where you actually manage to park, you end up in the next bracket of parking costs. It's a complete and utter con. So whatever way you look at it, they've got you. It's a license to print money, basically. Now, before COVID happened, when we were doing this very regularly, I mean, we were doing very well. It was always obvious to me that they always gave the cab drivers a hard time. They wanted you in the terminal as quickly as possible, and it was like, traffic warden, we're going to give you a ticket if you don't move, tell you off, talk to you like garbage. What these people don't seem to realise is, if it wasn't for the likes of me and my colleagues and hundreds of other cab drivers bringing your customers to your airport every single day, you wouldn't have a business. Now, these parking charges in the last 3 or 4 years have increased dramatically. Very, very dramatically. It is beyond a joke. I'm a small business operator. You're a multi-million pound airport. You know, we're both businesses. You're very much larger than I, but we have one thing in common right now, and that is COVID-19 has absolutely decimated our trade. You know, we're nowhere near the levels that we should be. Now, instead of putting the parking charges up and making it more difficult, because what I would have to do is pass these charges on to my customer, and then I wouldn't get as many customers. Shouldn't we really be supporting each other through this crisis? Just a little something for you to think about. I guess my words will probably fall on deaf ears, but maybe you might be going a bit too far with this, do you think? Please think about it. That's the end of my little rant. To all of my followers on here, I hope you don't mind me speaking my mind. I feel the need to every now and again. This video wasn't so much directed at you, the customer. It was directed at Gatwick, Heathrow and Stansted, and also just to create a little self-awareness as well of what actually goes on behind the scenes, which is what we try to do. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do that by the buttons below, then please do. If you have any comments about parking charges and what a complete and utter rip-off they are, to be quite honest, I'll be glad to hear from you about your opinions, other taxi drivers, customers, whoever. That'd be great. All right, thanks guys. See you around.